So good morning everybody, and bring your hands up and gently tap just below your collarbone. And middle of sternum, and stimulate the thymus, boost the immune system. And the side of the ribs, the spleen, digestive system. And loose and relax, swing your arms. As loose and relaxed as you can. And boost that circulation. And let your arms come to a rest. And turn your waist, let your arms swing on. Again, loose and relaxed. And let your waist come to rest. Take your head to one shoulder, roll it down and around to the shoulder. Without tilting it back, bringing it across the top. Exhale as you go around. Inhale across. Exhale. Inhale. And one. Change direction, so head to the shoulder. Roll it down and around to the shoulder without tilting it back, bringing it across the top. Exhale as you go around. Inhale across. Exhale. Inhale. and 1. Bend your knees, let your arms hang down, and roll your shoulders. And change direction. One. Straighten up, rub your hands. Wrists. Forearms. Elbows. Interlace your fingers, roll your wrists. And change direction. And push one wrist up and then the other. And nod. Rub the palms of your hands. Hands on the small of your back, so keep your head still, your head upright, and gently circle your waist. One more, and change direction. One more. And then if you choose, you can bring your feet closer together and circle your tailbone. change direction. And one more. Good, then bring your feet as close together as you're safe and comfortable. Rub the palms of your hands. And rub your knees. Pat your knees. Rest your hands above your knees and bend and straighten. One more. Straighten up and tap the ball of one foot and tap the ball of the other foot. My apologies for this. This is the joy of technology. But considering we've been going for close to 3 months now with this, I think we have to be grateful that we have had very few problems with the technology. Having said that, and it immediately drops again. Maybe I need to try and find somewhere else. So this morning I wanted to build on the class that we did last week with the 4 basic movements and go into an expanded set of basic movements. So some of you will know this as the Qigong exercises, and some of you will recognize this as the horse form that we do. So the horse form is just the Qigong individual exercises put together into a sequence to give us some variety and to help us to work these movements in a flowing, fluid, relaxed manner. So the first thing that we want to think about is the way that we stand, our natural stance. And this is the position that we want to be in to allow our chi to flow as efficiently through the body as we can. You can equate chi flowing through your body to water flowing through a hose pipe. If you put kinks in that hose pipe, the flow of water is restricted. If you straighten out that kink, the water flows through. And by getting yourself in the correct position, you can allow your chi to flow through. So, starting from the feet, we want our feet about shoulder width apart on the inside. So you think about your shoulders projected down, that's going to be on the inside. You want your feet to be a little pigeon-toed. Ideally, the very outside edge of your feet are pointing straight forwards. Now, everything that I tell you needs to be adjusted for your particular situation. If you feel tension, if you feel discomfort, that is a kink in your hose pipe. Straighten it out. Your knees want to be relaxed. So when you stand tall, as if you have a thread coming out of the crown of your head, holding you up, you just allow your knees to drop so that there's movement in them. Okay? That is what will allow your tailbone to very subtly tuck under to align the spine correctly. So we think from our center downwards that we are sinking down. From our center upwards, from that thread on the crown of the head, we are pulling up tall. Okay? So we're stretching and lengthening our spine as we do this. Again, helping to open up that hose pipe so that the energy can flow better. The chin is tucked in, so again, it's the crown of the head that is pulled up. Okay? Your arms are relaxed at the sides. You want space underneath your armpits. If your arms are close to the body, again, you're putting a kink in that hose pipe. So you want to bring the elbows out a little bit. I generally do this by turning my palms behind me. Your hands are relaxed, the fingers should be relaxed. There should be a little bit of space between the fingers. And so this is the closest that I can get you to your natural stance. Once you're here, you need to see how your body feels. So you may need to very slightly adjust all of these things to get yourself as relaxed as you can. So do a little scan, work from the crown of your head, and notice how your body feels. Notice if there's any stress or any tension in your forehead. Is your forehead furrowed? In your mouth and your jaw, are your lips pursed? Is your jaw clenched? Your shoulders, are your shoulders pulled up? Or are they sunk down? Do your arms just hang there naturally? Is the weight dropped down? Are your knees relaxed? And so you go through this process trying to make yourself as relaxed as you possibly can be. And it takes some practice to let go. And as you stand here, you notice if anything has become tight or tense. And if it has, try and adjust it, or try and just relax the muscles and let it go. So the first movement we do is an up and down, commonly known as the introductory movement. So for this movement, imagine that your wrists are being pulled up by strings. Your shoulders stay down and relaxed to about the height of the shoulders. And then those strings allow your wrists to come down again. You inhale as your hands float up. Exhale as they sink down. Nice and relaxed. Nice and gentle. We want to use as little muscular tension as we can to make these movements happen. So we want to be thinking about how relaxed we are, how well we're breathing, how well we're communicating our movement to our breath. So remember that your breath drives your movement, and your mind drives your breath. trying to coordinate them as much as you can. So the introductory movement is commonly done as you're opening to a sequence, and it's used as a form of regulation. It regulates the flow of blood in your body. It regulates the flow of qi in your body. So that if you've been overactive, rushing to get to where you are, this will slow the flow down, bring you into that calm place. If you've been very relaxed and sedentary, this will get your blood and your qi flowing. So it brings you into the ideal spot for everything that comes after. Good. So that's the first movement that we're going to do. And the Qicho forms are in no particular order. For those of you that have them written down, you'll find that they're in a different order to the way that I do them when I do the horse form. And there is no particular sequence that they need to be in. This is very different from the Shibashi. So when I do the horse form, the next exercise is to push in or pull in and push out. So for that, your hands float up to the height of your shoulders and they pull into your shoulders and press forwards. You inhale as your hands come in. Exhale as your hands go out. Inhale and exhale. So as your hands come in, you want to have a gentle squeezing of the shoulder blades together, and as the hands go out, gently round the shoulder blades. So you're thinking about bringing your shoulder blades closer to your spine, moving your shoulder blades away from the spine. So this movement is not just the hands coming in and out, it's not just the arms bending, but it's the shoulders moving as well, backwards and forwards. This very much helps to promote the flow of energy in the yang channels that run from the hands up the backs of the arms to the face. Some people call this movement push the mountain or press the mountain or something like that. Now as you do these, you may find subtle movements in your body. You may find that as you go forwards, you lean forwards or you sway forwards a little bit. As you come back, you sway back a little bit. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just allow your body to move naturally without forcing it. And of course the sway does not want to be over exaggerated. Good, the hands are out and sink them down. So the next movement I tend to do in the horse form is similar to spreading your wings or broadening one's chest, and the way that we do it in the Qicho set is the way that I first learned this movement as Phoenix spreads its wings. So your hands come up in front of you to about the height of the shoulders. Your palms face each other, shoulders down, and we open to the sides and close. Inhale as you open. Exhale as you close. Inhale. Exhale. So again, you should have this movement in your shoulder blades as you do this. So your arms open because you move your shoulder blades towards your spine. Your arms close because you move your shoulder blades away from the spine. So again, you're getting stimulation of those yang channels on the back. But now more importantly, you're getting exposure of the yin channels at the front. So remember that your yin channels flow from your chest to your hands. This is an excellent exercise for your lungs. Not only does it stimulate the lung channel flowing from the chest to the hands, but it also helps to open up physically the lungs by opening up the upper chest, the upper rib cage, as well as the lower rib cage, which we open with our diaphragmatic breathing. Good. And close. And bring the hands down. So all these exercises can be done individually. Again, there's no particular sequence to them. You can just do one, you can do a couple. But Phoenix Spreads Its Wings is a great one for your lungs. So next, let's press to the sides. So for this one, your hands float up to shoulder height. And you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades again gently together to stimulate those yang channels. And then push them out to the sides, moving the shoulder blades away from the spine. As your hands come in, you're going to touch your thumb to your index and your middle finger. Let it go as you push out. Inhale as you pull in. Exhale, press out. Inhale. Exhale. So again, we have a lot of stimulation of the yang channels on the back and also the yin channels on the front. Connecting the thumb to the index finger and the middle finger helps to stimulate the flow of energy in the lung, the large intestine, and now we're adding the pericardium channel to that. In and out. One more. And bring your hands down. Good. All right. There's bugs out here. All right, so the next one is flying like a goose. And in the Kicho set, flying like a goose, we come up to about shoulder height. When we do the Shibashi, we come up all the way over the head. Okay? And so, with the hands relaxed to the sides, you're going to imagine those strings on your wrists pulling your hands up to about the height of the shoulders and down. Again, we inhale as the arms come up. Exhale as the arms come down. Inhale. Exhale. So there's no movement of squeezing the shoulder blades together or pulling them apart as you do this movement. So flying like a goose is good for the channels that run down the middle of your arm. So running from the chest, down the front of your arm, across the palm to the middle finger for the pericardium, and from the ring finger over the back of the hand, up the arm to the face for the triple warmer channel. Again, nice and relaxed. Good, one more. Good. So the next one that I do is the pressing one. I don't always do this when I do the horse form, because this is the only one that uses tension in these movements. Okay? And the reason that we use tension on this is to help release tension in the shoulders. Okay? So when we do this, we pull our hands up towards our armpits. That means that your elbows are going to go back, your hands are going to come up towards your armpits. The hand coming towards the armpit is more important than how high the hands come up. So here is better than here. And as you do that, you're going to pull your shoulders up towards your ears to create tension, and then you're very deliberately going to push down. So the hands pushing down directly from the armpit is going to help you to pull your shoulders down. And so this is a little bit about teaching your body a physical aspect of that your shoulders do not naturally belong up here, but they naturally belong down here. So when you get here, pull your shoulders down as much as you can. Inhale as you pull up, create that tension, and exhale, pull down. Inhale, exhale. One more. So this is a really good exercise that if you have sore shoulders, if you have any problems with your shoulders, if you have problems with carrying that stress in them, really, really good exercise to do to release those. As I say, I tend to prefer to do that one separately from the horse form. Okay. So the next exercise we're going to do is bringing the arms up to the sides, down the front, and then we're going to reverse up to the front, down to the sides. So for this one, your arms come up the sides as high as you're safe and comfortable. You turn your palms forwards and gently bring your hands down. Inhale as your hands come up. Exhale as they come down. Inhale. So use your arms to bring your shoulders up. Exhale. Good. So people will have a tendency to use their neck muscles, their trapezius, to bring the shoulders up as they do this. What you want to more think about is that as you come up, that you're stretching and reaching your arms up, turning them forwards and bringing the hands down. So both of these exercises are really good for the heart and also, to a lesser extent, the small intestine. So the heart channel runs from your armpit out to your pinky finger. So as your arms come up and you stretch that, you're really stimulating the heart channel. And the small intestine channel running from the pinky finger down the outside of the back of the arm is also stimulated. Good, one more. And now we change direction. So we float our hands up in front of us, just like the introductory movement, but we come as high over the head as we're safe and comfortable. We turn the palms out, and we bring the hands down the side. Inhale as you bring your arms up. Exhale as you bring your arms down. Inhale. Exhale. So again, as your arms come up, reach up, stretch up to stimulate those channels as the hands come down. So a very different movement from the introductory movement. Although the introductory movement appears to be the first half of this, it's different. Good, one more. Good. So those are all the movements that we have standing in place. So we had the introductory movement was the first one. Second one was in and out. Third one was open and close. Fourth one was in and out. Fifth one was flying like a goose. Sixth one was pressing the palms. Seventh was up to the sides, down to the front. Eighth one was up to the front and down to the sides. I'm going to save one standing in place for the very last one. So the next three that we have introduce this aspect of shifting your weight backwards and forwards. So for these, you're going to step out with one foot on a 45-degree angle. So make sure when you look at your feet, if you were to slide your front foot back parallel with the inside edge, that it would miss your back heel so that you feel stable. Okay? If you feel wobbly at all side to side, move that front foot out a little bit to create a wide stance. So the first one of these that we're going to do is the circles one. And for this one, your weight is going to be back, your feet stay flat on the floor, palms forwards. So you're going to reach your hands down as you shift your weight forwards as far as you're safe and comfortable. Circle your hands up over your head, keeping the back up straight, fingertip to fingertip. Bring the hands down to the waist, At the waist, turn the fingertips forwards, reach forwards and down. Inhale as we come up. Exhale as we come down. Inhale. Exhale. So we're working now on controlling our shifting of the weight forwards and backwards. We're also doing the circular motion from the 4 basic movements. Good, so this and all of these work very much the yang channels that run down the back of the body from the hands down to the feet. This one particularly, urinary bladder. Good, now when we reach the waist, we change direction. So we bring the hands, palms up, the front over the head, the palms are forwards, and we shift forwards and reach down. So as the hands come up to the waist, your weight comes back. The hands come up over the head. As the hands come down, the weight goes forward. Inhale as your hands come up. Exhale as your hands come down. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Good. And then you'll do it to the other side as well. So, change feet. So again, make sure that when you bring that foot back, it misses your back foot. Belly button is pointing straight forward, feet firmly on the floor. So reach your hands down as your weight goes forwards. Circle them up as your weight goes back. Bring the hands down. Reach down. Inhale as your hands come up. Exhale as they come down. Inhale. Exhale. Good. When you reach the waist, change direction. Bring the hands up the front, rotate the palms forwards, reach down. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you come down. Inhale. Exhale. Good, now stop. So our next one is spreading your wings. So this is a little bit of a different controlled weight shift movement, and really you should probably do this one before you do the scoop one, okay? because this just involves this shifting of the weight forwards and backwards. When your weight is back, if you're comfortably balanced, you can allow your toes to come up. Your arms are open to the sides. As you shift forwards, you're going to rock forwards, and if you're comfortable, allow your heel to come up. Bring the hands together. So we inhale as we shift back. Exhale as we shift forward. Inhale and exhale. So the arm motion has the same benefits as the open and close phoenix spreads its wings that we did at the beginning. One of the main purposes of this exercise is to bring your awareness to your posture so that your shoulders should always remain directly above your pelvis. So there's no leaning back, there's no leaning forwards. We're thinking very importantly about our balance and how we control that weight shift. Good. One more. Right, and change sides. So again, make sure that you've got a good stance, that if you slide that front foot back, that you're nice and steady. Weight on the back, hands out to the sides. Shift forwards and close. Keep those knees bent, your weight sunk down. Shift back and up. Shift forwards and close. Keep your head up, your eyes up. Inhale as you shift back. Exhale as you shift forward. Inhale. And exhale. So we have the arms stimulating particularly the lungs, the large intestine, but you also have the legs stimulating in particular the gallbladder channel, the liver channel. Good, one more. Alright, now bring your feet firmly on the floor. And a favorite of mine, particularly for balance, it follows on very nicely from spreading your wings. Shoulders always stay directly above the pelvis. Spreading your wings, we shifted forwards and backwards. Grinding corn, we're now going to add turning of your waist to this. Okay? So hands are palm down, about the level of your belly button. Weight and belly button with the back foot. You shift your weight forwards, you turn your belly button to the front foot. You shift your weight back, turn the belly button to the back foot. Exhale as you go forward. Inhale as you pull back. Exhale. Inhale. Keep the back up straight. So it's not important how far your hands move. What is important is how much your waist moves. So keep those knees bent. Allow your legs to create this movement. Allow your center to create this movement. Good, and when your weight is back, change direction. Bring your hands across the front as you go forwards. Shift back and turn. Keep those knees bent. Exhale as you go forward. Inhale as you come back. Exhale. Inhale. 1. Pull it back, bring your front foot in, shift your weight across, step the other foot out to the corner. So again, use your center to shift your weight forwards and turn your pelvis. Your pelvis turning moves your arm, moves your shoulders, moves your arms, and pull, shift and turn. Exhale as you go forward. Inhale as you pull back. Exhale. Inhale. Good. When you reach the back hip, change direction. So bring the hands across the front as you turn and shift to the front foot. Shift and turn to the back. Exhale as you go forward. Inhale as you come. Exhale. Inhale. Good. 1. Okay. So when you do that exercise, the hand or the arm movement is basically out and in. The rest of it is created by turning your waist. The forwards and backwards is created by your weight shift. Okay? People like to do this, which is not what we're trying to do. We're trying to do this so that we learn and practice how to control the movement happening from our center, and that is incredibly good for your balance and fall prevention. So the last movement that we're going to do is the closing movement. And this is another up and down movement. And it is the closing movement to so many different sequences. And so the movement, very simply, we're in a natural stance of the feet shoulder width apart. We bring our hands fingertip to fingertip up, usually to about the chin, sometimes the nose and mouth, anywhere in that range, and bring the hands down, fingertip to fingertip. So we inhale as the hands come up, exhale as the hands press down. Inhale, exhale. So a visual that people will have with this can be very important. So imagine that as you inhale and you draw the hands up, you're bringing fresh energy into your body. As you exhale, you're pushing that energy down to your center. That's where we store it for all of our daily activities. So we breathe the energy in, we press it down into our center, filling ourselves with fresh, vibrant energy. If you wanted to increase that visualization, imagine drawing a bright, white, vibrant energy into your body, and as you exhale, you push that down to your center, pushing it down and creating within your center a bright white pearl of energy. The same pearl that we use when we do exercises like dragon plays with pearl, the same bright pearl that we use when we do our microcosmic orbit meditations, we breathe the energy in, we press it down to our center to have an abundant store of energy for the rest of the day. And then you can simply bring the hands down, or if you wanted to spend a little bit of time feeling that energy, you could go into Dragon Plays with Pearl, or Lion Rolls a Ball, or you could, ladies with the right hand, gentlemen with the left hand, thumb at the level of the navel, cover with that hand, cover with the second hand, and then breathe into your palms. Feel your abdomen expanding as you inhale. Feel it relaxing and contracting as you exhale. Feel the weight, the vibrancy of that bright white pearl that you have created within your center. That bright white pearl that is going to give you the energy to do all the things that you need to do today, tomorrow, and in the future. So thank you all very much for joining me this morning. I greatly appreciate it. So that was the expanded basic movements, the Qigong.